Hi, everyone. Welcome to another session of our podcast, Web3 and Chill. As usual, I'm your host, Ayush, joined with Vishal. And today's episode is going to be interesting, controversial, maybe. We don't know. We don't want it to be controversial for sure. We are joined with Vanessa, who's the founder of Female Pleasure Society. Hi, Vanessa. Really glad to have you here. How are you?
Hi guys, good. Thank you so much for inviting me. I'm happy to be here.
Likewise. So, what's Female Pleasure Society? Why should anybody care about it?
Wow, that's a big question at the start. We are a sexual wellness company based in Frankfurt, Germany, and we are developing female health and pleasure products. So we developed a natural supplement for women who suffer from libido loss and mood swings, as well as a natural lubricant and an intimate care line. So everything that is around women's bodies and makes them feel comfortable during sex, after sex, before sex. So pleasure and health products, basically. Yeah, and I always call it sex on the blockchain. So we are using Web3 technology, or in general NFT technology, and we dropped our NFT collection last year, especially to give our community access to our society, to get token gated content, voting rights, and especially around sexual topics. It's really important to have a close community where you feel safe. And I believe that's where Web3 is coming in and can help with that.
So, what made you start Female Pleasure Society? Like, what was the
So I started my first startup 3 years ago, actually based on a personal need. So I struggled a lot with hormonal imbalance, like my whole life after I stopped taking birth control and stuff. And that's when I founded my first startup. We focused also on supplements for women because we felt the need that there isn't um, a lifestyle company or something that really resonates with me. So therefore, we started this company 3 years ago, and then we launched actually the fourth product, which was the libido, or now we call it natural pleasure elixir. And because we saw that a lot of women struggle with libido loss, and this is such a taboo topic, no one talks about. Everyone talks about the libido of men, but no one talks about the libido of women or the pleasure of women. So therefore, we said, okay, superfood and vitamins can help with that, and we developed the natural pleasure elixir. And that's when we had the idea of using Web3 technology to create a better company, because we believe that's the future, and that's how decentralized brands are built. So so we pivoted a lot at the beginning. That's how it always is. And then we founded 1 year ago almost a Female Pleasure Society.
I absolutely love that you folks are looking at Web3 because it allows people to come and contribute, to be in closed environment, to be in trusted area. And I think brand like yours definitely need that. So, moving on, how are you using Web3 or NFTs with
Yeah.
in Female Pleasure Society?
Yes, so we dropped our first NFT collection last year. It's the OG Genesis collection. And with that, every NFT holder gets 5 years product allowances. So that's like the first utility which you get with the NFT. And then we set up a token gated web shop where people can access with their NFT, get the free product every quarter, but also get token gated content. So it's really important for us that we educate people around those topics, and that we have a sexual advisor, Paula. She does like YouTube lives or videos around those topics, around sex, around health. And that's where our NFT holders get like exclusive content. And they also get early access and discounts. But we really want to include our community in building better brand and better products for our community, and therefore they get also voting rights. So we really want to include our community in building the brand with us. because we believe that's the future of D2C brands, hopefully. So therefore, we call it decentralized brand building, where our community members can build the company with us in the end. So we let them decide on new products, on packaging, on name of the product, and stuff. And I believe that can even go further. So our vision is that our community also sells our product for us, because they really believe in the company, and have a stake financially in the company because they own an NFT, for example. And we also implement a success participation with that. So in the end, it can go like a long way.
How's that?
So we have a lot of ideas around that, but I believe that with the NFT, you belong to something bigger than just like buying a product from a company.
How's
So
the
therefore, yeah.
of NFT and the community that you're trying to build? Is it a positive sentiment around, or do you see positive sentiments by the users who have bought these NFTs?
Yeah, we see a lot of that, and they are really excited about like voting and the content around it. So it's really great.
Got it. So I loved how you coined it as a decentralized brand building, because today we see a lot of new age company who are building brands out of Web3, building brands out of the DAOs, and I think decentralized brand building as a keyword is going to stay with me. What I want to understand is, while people like you and me, we are familiar with NFT, we can buy an NFT, we understand what is a token gated communities. How do you go about driving awareness to consumers who have no idea about how to buy an NFT, what is a token gated community? How do you struggle in those areas to drive awareness of what this is? Then comes on what your brand are on, how they can purchase your product. How do you do that?
Yeah, that's actually a big and huge and good question. So when we launched our first NFT collection, we focused on only the Web3 people. So therefore, they had to have a wallet and stuff. So when we did that, we saw that there are not many women in the Web3. That's a huge issue, but yeah, it is like that. So we had to, or we want to also focus on everyone. So that basically everyone can also buy our products because our online shop is open for everyone. You can buy our products with credit card like a normal D2C brand. But in the end, we want to have people also buying the NFT. So therefore, we thought, okay, let's do it like Starbucks does it or Reddit does it, like call it digital access pass and put it on the website so that everyone can buy it with their credit card or however they want to. And in the end, in the back end, it's an NFT. So that's our plan for, I believe, the next 2 or 3 months. So we have people who are developing that for us, and that's way easier to buy a membership to our Female Pleasure Society
Got it.
with the Web3 technology. But in the front end, it's really really easy so that my mom or my dad can also buy it,
Got it.
because yeah, we cannot only target on Web3 or natives, and so therefore we needed to focus on everyone and wanted to give everyone the possibility to be in our society.
Got it, got it. So I want to deep dive into one particular area, because now people are buying your product, they are buying your NFT, they are part of the community. How do you go back to them to know more about them? Like, because our consumer are the biggest part of any brand that we build, and we learn a lot from them to understand what they like about our product, what they don't like about the product. So how that entire research part of your brand works to keep on developing anything that you do around your product, or going forward your ad campaign, your marketing, how do you do that?
Yeah, that's also what I love about Web3, because you have also like the direct feedback from your community. So therefore, before we launched our NFT collection and before we launched the product, we actually sent out free trial package to our 200 first community members, and they could like access the product and test it and try it and see that we are real and not an NFT project who is like a scam or something. So that was our first idea, and now they could also already order their first product allowances, and they already, some of them already received it. So they also give us feedback and direct messages in Discord and stuff. But we really want to also have an own chat program, because we believe that Web2 people are not that familiar with Discord because I remember when I entered 2 years ago and I saw, wow, what should I do with Discord now? So therefore, we believe that we have to make it easier for people to communicate with us, and not only Instagram and Facebook, because we believe that's like not Web 2, but it's like different than having direct feedback. So this is really, really important that we talk to our community members directly. Is it via email or via Discord or on Instagram and Twitter? So because that's like the best way. We also do a lot of offline marketing because we talk about sex, and sexuality is not that big of a fan of performance marketing, or the other way around. Facebook doesn't like sex, so therefore we cannot, or we not really available to do marketing there. So therefore, we really go on offline marketing events like conferences or startup events where we meet people, where we get also direct feedback, and that's what I love about those events, because you have like you're in the end you have your potential customer right in front of you, and you can ask him anything, and you can, and he or she can test the product. So that's really amazing, and that's how we do it.
Got it clear. And is there any instance, just out of curiosity, did you find anyone from your NFT holders or your community who later came back as a bigger contribution and maybe joined your team later, or that is something that has not happened yet?
Not yet, but I always, or I join a lot of NFT conferences, and there I meet some community members of ours, and that's amazing. And I remember one day when I wasn't available, and someone asked our community member, "What's Feel Pleasure Society?" And she was like pitching it, and she was doing a better job than myself. So that's what I really love. So there you see, that's like a word of mouth marketing, because she's really into our society, and she loves our product, and that's what I really love.
Yeah, I'll go back to decentralized brand building since today people are talking about this concept, but just they're very scratching the surface. But here we have someone like you who have already done that. So how do you simplify this as a concept to anyone who is running a traditional brand today, and how they can get into this space and unleash the power of community, get started with token, get it community, and all? How do you describe it to them?
Yeah, so as I said, we launched the NFTs, and then we have like a normal Shopify shop, where we work with an app, or Shopify does a lot of things in Web3 right now, so that's actually really great. So it's really easy to access it, and then you can access with your NFT. And in the future, you get token gated content, which means that you only can see the content with your NFT, as well as voting rights. So right now, we are still doing it in Discord, like old school. Hey, what do you think? Is it this, or that? But in the future, we want to build it on chain, so that there's no checking out for us, and that everyone can see what we decide, or what the community decided on the decision, or the question we asked. And then we want, in the future, of course, we want to well, we have the idea of something called pleasure parties, where community members can invite their friends, and then they can show them our products and stuff, and then they get also a benefit of their sell of the products and stuff. So this is what we believe is the future, and how we can do marketing, and how community members can also benefit from that, because they believe in the product, they believe in the company, they build the company with us. So this is something we will do hopefully this year, and include our community in it.
Wow, that's pretty great. I'm very intrigued because you're one of the few startups I've seen successfully using, Web3 for building their brand, a community, etc. How did you go about this technically? Like, which chain did you create your NFTs at? How did you add utilities? Where is, I mean, you mentioned that it's on Discord, but how do you go about making it a closed gate community, etc.?
Yeah, so we started in March last year with building up the community, and then we have a great developer who did the smart contract, and we have a great artist who did the NFTs, and we use Ethereum. So we wanted to have, like, because we are a niche in a niche, and therefore we wanted to have a safe chain, and the big chain where
Yeah,
a
yeah.
lot of people are. So, and that's why we chose Ethereum. But yeah, it was kind of that we worked with different NFT projects to spread our word, and then we set up Discord. Of course, we have a Twitter channel, we have Instagram, and we work closely with our community to build a brand with them. And we went to a lot of conferences to spread the word. And yeah, so we started actually in the bull market, and then of
Okay.
course we hit the bear market. But I think if you have real utility, and not only, I don't know, another PFP project or something, so and you build a real company and you have a roadmap beforehand before you do the mint, I think it can work. It still can work, and that's what we saw, and that's
Di-
how we did it.
Did you use any platform to add the utility, or your devs did that?
Our devs did that.
Wow, that's pretty amazing. Uh, do you so with Web3, a close concept is not close concept, but people usually tend to explore metaverse with Web3. Do you have any
Mhm.
plans of entering metaverse, for marketing or community building?
We did actually. We worked with a big sexual wellness company, Love Honey, it's called. Last I don't know, July, August, and they built the first sexual wellness store in the metaverse. It was actually in Decentralized, and it was amazing. It was a four stages store. And we had the NFT displayed. We made it in a special version of an NFT, and then people could buy it, and it was an auction, and it was the money went to a charity. So I think that's actually something we want to explore in the future as well, because especially with our topic of sexuality, people feel the need to have a safe space, and maybe also be anonymously. And I believe in the metaverse you can be anyone you want. And when we entered the sexual wellness store last year, it was amazing because you had like also content on the second floor. There were like video screens where a sexual therapist did like a 30-minute video about a different topic, so people could also listen to that, and it was interactive, and it was amazing. So I think this is something we will definitely explore in the future, because it's something where sexual wellness topics can be displayed, and be safe for people.
Right now, your customers are just restricted to Germany, or is this the entire Europe?
No, it's actually the entire world right now. So the NFT collection was, of course, for everyone, and we have a lot of customer or NFT community members in the United States. We have some in Australia. We have some in Singapore, and so everywhere. But right now, with our products, we focus on Germany and Austria and Switzerland. But yeah, of course, our community can be
Yeah.
anywhere.
So you might have spoken to both the set of consumers who have bought your product, and one set has also bought the NFT, and the other set have might have seen the NFT but not have bought it. Did you get any insight from what was the barrier why they did not buy your NFT, even though they might be aware of NFT as a concept and the benefit you are offering? Was there any insight that you found out?
Well, I believe that because we focus women, it's also really a small target group in Web3. So that is like something that happens when people don't buy the NFT. But we also have a lot of men in our community, which I really love, because the topic is for everyone, and therefore not only women should be interested, so also men. So that's really exciting, and that's what we believe in the future with the digital access pass, that we have like more opportunity for people to buy it, because it's not that difficult to create a wallet or set up cryptocurrency, because you can access with your email address in the future, and can buy it with fiat. So that's like something we really focus on.
Got it. You have also been running a successful token gated community. What would be your advice for someone who is struggling in that area to run a Web3 or token gated community?
Yeah, I think it's the most important thing is that it's really easy for people to access a token gated community, and that's what we struggle with Discord right now, because it's really hard to keep people engaging and to onboard more people into Discord. So that's why we are searching for another solution to do everything on our website, and I always call it Forum, which it's like a German word, I think. So that's not how we want to do it. So we really want to have a safe space for people where they can enter with their NFT. And I think this is important, that it's really easy for people to access, especially if you have newbies or people who are not that familiar with Web3 or the internet, or so that's what we're really struggling with. And you have to also create value for your holders, because that's really important, because in the end they paid for our NFT $300. So we really want to give them utility and really benefit with the NFT, that like they get something special and not everyone gets the same content. So this is really important, but we are working with Paula, our sexual advisor, for that, and she helps us with content and stuff. So I think that's really important, and of course communication. So you really need to communicate a lot with your holders and with everyone to get them up to date, and we take them behind the scenes because we really want them to feel safe and that they see that we are building something big.
So sort of you treat your NFT holders as shareholders as well.
Yes, so we are implementing a success participation right now. It's kind of challenging in Germany to set that up because NFTs are so new, and
Everywhere,
Germany is,
pretty new.
yeah, Germany is kind of really the whole bureaucracy thing is horrible. But we are setting it up right now, and then I can talk more on that soon.
Okay. What are your, I mean, just regarding Web3, what are your plans for the next 1 or 2 years? How, so you told us how you use it right now. Do you have some other plans on, you know, other use cases?
Yeah, so what I told you is like our future.
Okay.
So right now we have the token gated web shop, of course, and my plans for the next month are that we also all have it on our website, and that we don't have Discord anymore, that we have our own chatting program where people can chat with with the other community members and like-minded people, and we really want to implement the pleasure parties with our community, and we want to set up a voting rights system on chain, so that really people see what we decided in the end is really what the community decided. So that's really important for us. And yeah, maybe we explore more on the metaverse side. I think the usability or the user experience has to be better for that. But I believe that's something we really want to focus on. And maybe in the future, if you said 2 years, so maybe there is a pleasure token someday. I don't know. But that's only like we have so much ideas, and yeah, and we have to be patient because it takes a lot of time. But yeah,
Wow.
maybe we'll see.
That's great, Vanessa. Thank you so much for all these insights. I'm sure our
Thank
audience
you.
loved it. And uh, well, let's hope to have you soon again for a second episode whenever you are maybe nearing a collection launch or something like that.
Would love that. Thank you so much for your questions and the talk.